If you're getting low FPS, random drops, and annoying micro-stutters after the latest CS2 update, your graphics settings may not be the real problem. Most guides keep repeating the same basic tweaks, but they completely miss the cache, Windows, and driver issues that can make CS2 feel worse after an update. In this video, I'll show you the fixes that actually target those problems and help the game feel smooth again. Alright, we'll start inside Steam because background downloads can create sudden CPU, disk, and network spikes at the worst possible time. Open Steam. Click Steam in the top left corner and select Settings. Go to the download section and turn off Allow downloads during gameplay. CS2 is extremely sensitive to sudden background activity. Even a small Steam download or update can cause a noticeable hitch during a gunfight, smoke effect, or fast movement around the map. Stay inside the download section and click Clear Download Cache. Steam will restart afterward and you may need to sign in again, so make sure you know your login details before continuing. This removes old Steam download and update cache that may remain after a CS2 update. Steam is cleaned up, but Windows display composition can still cause choppy presentation on some systems. Open Windows Search, type Registry Editor, right-click it, and select Run as Administrator. Click the address bar at the top and paste this path. HKEI Local Machine Software Microsoft Windows DWM. Press Enter and look for a value named Overlay Test Mode. If it doesn't exist, right-click an empty area, choose New, select the word 32-bit value and name it exactly Overlay Test Mode. Open the value and set its data to 5. This disables multiplane overlay behavior. Not every PC needs this change, but it can be worth testing when CS2 develops flickering, black screen behavior, alt-tab stutters, or inconsistent frame pacing after a Windows or NVIDIA driver update. Keep this as a system-dependent test. If it causes any display issue, return to the same location and delete the value to restore the default behavior. While Registry Editor is already open, click the address bar again and paste HKEI Local Machine Software Policies Microsoft Windows Data Collection. Look for Allow Telemetry. If it exists, open it and set the value to 0. If it isn't there, create a new DWORD 32-bit value named Allow Telemetry. This isn't an instant FPS button. The purpose is simply to reduce unnecessary Windows background activity while we're trying to keep CS2 as consistent as possible. Here's where we move into memory behavior, because small background memory operations can sometimes appear as frame time spikes in a CPU-sensitive game like CS2. Open Windows Search, type PowerShell, right-click Windows PowerShell, and select Run as Administrator. First, enter Get-MMAgent. Press Enter and check the status of page combining and memory compression. To disable page combining, enter Disable-MMAgent PageCombining. Press Enter. Page combining tries to save memory by combining similar memory pages. That can be useful during normal multitasking, but users with enough RAM can test disabling it to reduce background memory work while gaming. Now, enter Disable-MMAgent MemoryCompression. Press Enter. Memory compression helps Windows avoid writing as much data to the page file, but it also uses CPU resources to compress and decompress memory. On a system with 16 GB of RAM or more, it may be worth testing for CS2. Next, if you want to fully optimize your PC with just a few clicks, even if you know absolutely nothing about PC optimization, you can use TweakShift AI Engine. It uses AI to analyze your PC hardware and your selected gaming goals, then recommends the most compatible and effective optimizations for your system. You can try TweakShift AI Engine for free with limited tweaks unlocked. But if you want full access and don't want to keep paying someone hundreds of dollars every time you need your PC optimized, you can unlock the full version. Check the link in the video description and try TweakShift AI Engine today. There's another CPU setting worth checking, especially if the system was previously modified using random optimization guides. Open Windows Search, type System Configuration and open it. Go to the Boot tab and click Advanced Options. Look at a number of processors. If the box is already unchecked, leave it unchecked. That means Windows is automatically allowed to use all available CPU cores. If the box is checked and set to a lower number, either uncheck it or select the highest number available. Don't check this box just because a guide says it unlocks more cores. Windows already uses all available processors by default when the option is left unchecked. Click OK, then apply. If Windows asks you to restart, choose to restart later. Now let's reduce unnecessary indexing activity on the drive where CS2 is installed. Open File Explorer, go to this PC, right-click the drive containing your Steam library and open Properties. Inside the General tab, uncheck Allow files on this drive to have contents indexed in addition to file properties. Click Apply and choose to apply the change to the drive, subfolders, and files. If Windows reports permission errors for protected files, choose Continue or Ignore All and allow it to process everything it can. The goal here is to reduce background indexing activity touching game files after updates. This is more useful on systems where Windows Search regularly scans the same drive used for gaming. Now we can clean the shader cache, which is one of the most relevant fixes after a major CS2 or driver update. Open Windows Search, type this cleanup, and launch it. Select the Windows drive, normally the C drive, and wait for the scan to finish. Check DirectX shader cache. If you only want to clear the shader cache, leave everything else unchecked. Click OK, then select Delete Files. This removes all DirectX shader data created by Windows. When cache shaders become outdated or mismatched after an update, the game may show sudden frame time spikes even when average FPS appears normal. There are also a few NVIDIA shader cache folders worth cleaning. Open File Explorer and paste this path into the address bar. %local app data %NVIDIA DX cache. Delete the files inside the folder. If some files are currently in use, skip them instead of forcing the deletion. Now open %local app data %NVIDIA GL cache. Delete the files inside that folder as well. Finally, paste. %local app data %local low NVIDIA per driver version DX cache. If the folder exists, delete the files inside it. If it doesn't exist, simply skip it. Don't delete random folders from the NVIDIA directory. We're only cleaning the contents of these specific cache locations. The old cache is gone, so now we need to make sure NVIDIA rebuilds and manages it correctly. Open the NVIDIA app, go to Graphics, and open Global Settings. Find shader cache size and set it to driver default. This allows the NVIDIA driver to manage shader storage automatically. Don't disable it, because CS2 may then need to compile the same shader data repeatedly. Find Power Management Mode and set it to Prefer Maximum Performance. This keeps the GPU in a more performance-focused state and helps prevent clocks from dropping too aggressively while playing. Now set Low Latency Mode to On. This reduces the driver-side render queue and can make CS2 feel more responsive. Avoid forcing Ultra without testing because results can vary between different systems. Set Vertical Sync to Off. For competitive CS2, we don't want traditional VSync adding extra input latency or limiting performance during the initial test. Apply the changes if the NVIDIA app shows an Apply button. Global driver behavior is configured, but CS2 should also have its own game profile. Right-click your desktop and open NVIDIA Control Panel. Go to Manage 3D Settings, then open Program Settings. Select Counter-Strike 2 or CS2.exe. If it isn't listed, click Add and select the actual CS2 executable rather than Steam. Set Power Management Mode to Prefer Maximum Performance. Set Low Latency Mode to On. Set Threaded Optimization to Auto. Set Texture Filtering Quality to High Performance. Set Texture Filtering Anisotropic Sample Optimization to On. Set Texture Filtering Trilinear Optimization to On. Set Vertical Sync to Off. If preferred refresh rate appears, set it to highest available. Click Apply when everything is configured. This gives CS2 its own clean profile instead of relying entirely on global behavior, which is useful when driver settings or profiles behave differently after an update. That completes the optimization. Restart your PC so the registry changes, memory configuration, indexing changes, and NVIDIA settings can load properly. After Windows starts again, launch CS2 using the same resolution, graphics settings, map, and testing location you used before. Before these fixes, the game had unstable performance, sudden FPS drops, and distracting micro-stutters during movement and gunfights. After applying the changes and allowing the shader cache to rebuild, the gameplay should feel cleaner, more responsive, and far more consistent. If this video helped you improve CS2 after the update, drop a like and I'll see you in the next one.